So I wanted to react to an old video. It's about 15 years old. It's from David Wood. If you don't know who David Wood is, he's like known by Muslims, and they hate him. They hate this man so much. He can expose Islam very easily. He knows pretty much everything about Islam. If you say David Wood to any Muslim, they will probably know who you're talking about. Um, so there was a video that he went to Dearborn, Michigan. And if you don't know anything about Dearborn, Michigan, they are pretty much taken over by Islam over there. I'm pretty sure they have Sharia law, the legal American Sharia law over there. But this video is from 15 years ago, so just imagine how worse it is now over the span of 15 years. So let's go ahead and check out his video.
I told the entire world about this 15, 16 years ago. What we were exposing was that they didn't want Christians evangelizing Muslims or handing out tracts or anything, right? But they couldn't just make a rule saying Christians aren't allowed to distribute materials. So they just made a rule and they said no one's allowed to hand out materials, but then they only enforced it on Christians.
All right, David Wood with my friends Paul and Antonio here. We're not actually going to go into the festival right now because we know automatically if they're going to lock us up no matter what we do. They'll lie about us. It's just the way of life here in Dearborn if you're a Christian. So we brought a case of copies of the Gospel of John in English and Arabic. We're going to try standing outside of the festival and handing some of them out. I suspect they're going to stop us even then, but we'll see. We hope that there's no problems.
Three minutes later. What do you know?
Look at this.
There's not just four.
They weren't here 3 minutes. Whoa.
They sent 8 cops.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
8 cops. It's crazy.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to have you turn off the camera.
Okay.
Okay, and you're going to have to walk with me, okay?
Okay.
Go ahead and hand me the camera.
So.
No.
Appreciate it. I'll turn it off. I'll turn it off. Okay, you're going to have to come
Turn it off. Oh, it did.
All right. As
Crazy.
you just saw.
So, this is in America. I can see if this was like, you know, in freaking Canada or something, because they do be doing that all the time. This is in America, bro. An American town.
Two of my friends walked over to the Arab Festival, outside of the Arab Festival, and tried to distribute copies of the Gospel of John in English and Arabic, and they were stopped immediately outside the festival. You didn't see what happened afterwards, but they took us to the security booth, they photographed us, they took our IDs, got the information, took our camera, his cell phone for a little while. They let us go and just explain the rules to us. But what the rule is, it seems, is not that you can't distribute copies of the Gospel of John inside the festival. It also applies outside the festival. They told us we would have to go at least 5 blocks away if we wanted to distribute anything. So,
How is that even legal? I wonder what the legality is. They passed it over there, but I wonder if this is even like constitutional. Isn't that suppressing your freedom of speech when you can't even hand out pamphlets? That's crazy.
This is getting very interesting, Dearborn. Let's look at some of the places where you are not free to hand out information on a public sidewalk here in Dearborn.
Hi, I'm on the corner of Kingsley and Warren, and I just want to say that I will be arrested in Dearborn, USA, on the corner of Kingsley and Warren if I hand this out.
Gosh, this video looks so old. You can tell this is an old video. Even cameras, even on a crappy phone, the camera's better than this.
Well, now I'm about 1 trillion miles away from the Arab Festival on the corner of Warren and Wyoming. And if I walk a little bit past this intersection, I will finally have the freedom here on a public street in the United States of America to hand out a copy of the gospel. That's where I have to go. So I just hope that Americans will start paying attention to what's going on here in Dearborn. Name me any city in the United States where I could not stand on a public street outside the festival where I could not hand out information about my beliefs. You won't find one. But I hope you pay attention to what's going on in America, because something's not right here.
I like that quote. I like that quote.
They're doing these workarounds, which were, all for basic. They're implementing Sharia in a way that they could pass it off as they're not implementing Sharia. Now people are all of a sudden, hey, look, they got the prayer blasting over the call to prayer blasting over the loudspeaker. What's going on here? Is something going on in Dearborn? How come I can keep warning everyone 15, 16, 17 years ahead of time exactly what's going to happen, and then everyone's shocked when it happens? I'm not shocked. I'm shocked that it's taking this long for people to pay attention.
Yeah, there's like
Dearborn.
there's laws that get passed in America. That's why you have to like really be cautious about what gets passed in your local town. If you see anything that may be highly illegal and unconstitutional, you could actually fight it. But in the area that they're in, nobody's trying to challenge it, so that's why it's there. I guarantee if a bunch of people got together in Dearborn, Michigan, and tried pushing this to be like taken out as a law, it would probably pass. It would probably go into the courts and get challenged, and it'll probably be removed because it's unconstitutional. That is literally attacking your Second Amendment rights, or your First Amendment rights. Sorry, that's the second one. So here's the video I'm talking about. That's crazy. This is an American town, by the way. Islam, you can say what you want about it. The pure core of Islam is taking over societies. They are known to do this. They will take over societies. They'll come in like they did as a refugee. Oh, we're being persecuted in our country. We need to come over here and be saved. And they'll slowly start multiplying and slowly start taking over, conquering places. It happened all over the Middle East. Islam is taking over Britain right now, and France. Thank God we have the Constitution. I don't believe if you're a community of Muslims, you shouldn't have a community of Muslims. But if you're deliberately trying to take over a town and even a state and enact Sharia law, that's pushing it too far. Go ahead and have your own little community of Muslims, Jews, whatever. You can have your own little community of people. But once you start taking over the city, the town, the state, the country, that's when it starts being a big issue. And like I said, we're seeing that in the UK, and we're seeing that in France right now, and all over the world is happening right now. So it's just crazy that video came out and nobody did anything about it. 15 years ago, David Wood went out there and made this video. But what do you guys think about this? Go ahead with the thoughts in the comments below. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video.